Ayan, nakakamiss talaga, no? Maraming tumawag, nag-comment, nag-text, nag-aalala sila bakit wala tayo sa last episode.
Pero di ba sinabi din naman yung mga guest host natin last week that we were in Catanduanes for the relief, how do you call it? AMRSP Relief Mission and Assessment.
Yes, mga kahabi, talagang hindi po matatawaran ang pagpunta namin sa Catanduanes upang meron tayong kagyat na pagtugon sa mga nasalanta nating kapatid ng bagyong Super Typhoon Rolly. So siguro, in relation to your experience and my experience, dapat malaman natin na ang AMRSP may ministry na ganito sa mga kapatid nating misyonero na pupunta sa Pilipinas.
Actually, many of them, they know already, but I think not yet all. That we also, I think it's good for us to explain or to introduce how is this AMRSP Visa Desk Ministry.
Visa Desk Office at kasama pa rin natin si Sister Malus Mission ng Order of the Preachers of the Philippines. So Sister, can you tell us more about the Visa Desk?
Yes, Father. No, by the way, I forgot to welcome you in this office.
Thank you po.
No po. So this is now the real office here.
Again, we wish to thank Sister Marilu's Mission, OP, for being with us here in the Habits on the Spot. Next week, join us again as we explore consecrated life, the church, the world, and the society. This has been your Kahabit, Sister Happy Montecillo of the Daughters of St. Anne.
Thank you very much for joining us on our weekly religious routine. This is your Kahabit Father Angel Cortez of the Order of Friars Minor, signing off from your weekly inspiration and information companion. We have been The Habits. Mabuhay Pilipinas, and hello to the rest of the world.
Welcome to your new companion in looking at the church, the world, and the society from the religious point of view. This is your Kahabit, Sister Happy Montecillo of the Daughters of St. Anne.
Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration and information straight from the consecrated men and women of the Philippines. I am your Kahabit, Father Angel Cortez of the Order of Friars Minor.
This is the all-new
The Habits. Ayan, last week, no, partner, pumunta tayo dun sa AMRSP Visa Desk para makita nila kung saan pinoproseso yung mga visa ng ating mga missionary.
Actually, may nag-comment or nagsabi siya sa akin na it's very informative kasi nga with that, para malaman din ng mga foreign missionaries natin yung mga steps or ano ba yung kailangan gawin in order to have that visa.
At syempre, nalaman din ng mga kahabits natin na hindi ganun kadali magproseso ng mga visa.
Exactly.
Kaya again, thank you to Sister Malus and to the staff of the AMRSP Visa Desk.
Yes.
At syempre, speaking of missionaries, marami tayong mga madre na pupunta sa iba-ibang lugar para sumabak sa iba-ibang klase ng misyon.
Yes.
Ngayon, sa episode na ito, ay ibabahagi natin sa ating mga kahabit ang isang misyon ng isang madre kasama ang mga seafarers.
Yes, and yeah, if last week we had this visa desk kung paano iproseso yung mga visa, this week we talk about these people who are migrants, but at the same time these people who are also helping the migrants.
Yes. And I think importante nating malaman na meron din pala tayong mga kasamang consecrated person na talagang nakikilakbay sa mga migrante, lalong-lalo na sa mga nagtatrabaho sa karagatan.
Yes.
And ang title po ng ating episode for today ay
Me, Myself, and Migrants. So mga kahabits, what are your thoughts about our episode today? I-share nyo na yan sa aming Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/amrsp.org at habang nandun na rin kayo, huwag niyong kalimutang i-like and follow our page dahil we are on the road to 10,000 followers.
Wow! At kahabits, mapapanood din tayo sa YouTube, sa aming YouTube channel, AMRSP Media. Just like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe.
Bukod dyan, kahabit, mapapanood din tayo sa TV Maria every Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. with replays every Thursdays at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.
At tumutok lang dahil mamaya ay meron tayong special announcement. We will announce the details for the Christmas special ng The Habits. Ang The Habits, Pasko ng Pag-asa. Sounds interesting. So stay tuned mga kahabits.
Kaya naman, to keep the ball rolling, we now begin with the religious reports.
Leading our stories today on the religious reports. New OFM Capuchin leaders. In a Facebook post of Father Eugenio Lopez last November 18, the outgoing provincial superior of the Franciscan Capuchin have announced the new provincial administration of the Capuchin in the Philippines, headed by Brother Edgar Martinez, who was appointed as the new provincial minister, with Brother Antonio Yapchonco as the new provincial vicar, and with Brothers Antonio Ala II, Brother Paul Perlado, and Brother Cesar Acuin as the new provincial councilors. Their term will commence on November 29, 2020, the first Sunday of Advent. More reports from the consecrated in the Philippines. Vincentian Besita Maria. The miraculous medal apostolate of the Congregation of the Mission, or known as the Vincentians, held its Besita Maria, the visit of the image of Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal, to hospitals and institutions last November 16, in celebration of the 190th anniversary of her apparition to Saint Catherine Labore, this year in this time of the pandemic. Some of the health institutions visited were the UST Hospital, St. Luke's Medical Center, National Children's Hospital, Philippine General Hospital, National Kidney and Transplant Institute, East Avenue Medical Center, Heart Center of the Philippines, Lung Center of the Philippines, and St. Vincent Seminary Complex.
And now, here's our reports from the Holy See and the Universal Church. World Day of the Poor. Speaking from a window overlooking St. Peter's Square on November 15, the fourth World Day of the Poor, the Pope urged Christians to discover Jesus in the needy. He said that we must do good, to come out of ourselves and look at those who have more need. His Holiness also stated, there is so much hunger even in the heart of our cities. The poor person is there. Reach out your hand to the poor person. It is Christ. The Pope urged pilgrims present in St. Peter's Square, as well as those following the Angelus through the media, to stretch out your hand to the poor. After reciting the Angelus, the Pope remembered in prayers the victims of the cyclones in the Philippines, the engulfed by the protest in Ivory Coast in the West African nation, and the victims of a fire at a hospital treating coronavirus patients in Romania. Pope's video message to Piarists. Pope Francis writes a letter to Pedro Aguado Cuesta, the Superior General of the Order of Poor Clerics Regular of the Mother of God of the Pious Schools, or the Piarists, on the online working seminar on the Global Educational Pact. The working seminar, organized by the International Union of Superiors General, or UISG, and the Union of Superiors General, USG, taking place 12 to 14 November, is being held online due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. In his letter, Pope Francis noted the role of the religious in education. He pointed to the example of the Piarist founder, Saint Joseph Calasanctius, the first to provide free schools to the poor, and called them to renew that purpose within their own identity. The Pope said, thanking them for taking up this witness with such commitment and enthusiasm.
And now, we give you the reports from the Philippine Church. Ilagan Bishop COVID positive. Ilagan Bishop David William Antonio is now under quarantine after a test taken last November 9 confirmed his infection of COVID-19, but is asymptomatic. The diocese made the announcement last November 12 after the confirmation from his swab and laboratory results. The St. Michael the Archangel Cathedral, the Diocesan Chancery, and the Bishop's residence in Camus, Isabela, have also been closed until further notice. The diocese advised those who had close contact with the prelate the past few days to observe precautionary measures. Antonio is the 6th Filipino bishop to contract coronavirus in the age of 56.
Appeal from Tuguegarao Archdiocese. Tuguegarao Archbishop Ricardo Bacay appealed for urgent help for the Typhoon Ulysses victims in Cagayan Valley. In a statement posted in the Archdiocese Facebook page, Bacay said, "We are deeply saddened about the severe floods impacting so many people's lives in our province. While some show increased resilience and determination in the face of difficulty, we encourage those who are capable of extending help to reach out to our needy brothers and sisters. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, especially during these difficult times." The Archdiocese of Tuguegarao said more than 36 parishes were affected by severe flooding in the province. On a national level, the recent Typhoon Ulysses has left 73 dead and dozens of injured or missing. Pope's message of hope. His Holiness Pope Francis led a prayer for the typhoon survivors during the praying of the Angelus at the Vatican. "I express my solidarity to the poorest families and those who are doing all they can to help them," Pope Francis said in Italian. The Pope also tweeted, "I am near in prayer to the dear people of the Philippines who are suffering because of the destruction, and especially because of the flooding caused by a strong typhoon." Reverend Father Andres Semana Jr., Social Action Director of the Tuguegarao Diocese, and Bicol Bishops Rex Alarcon of Daet and Joel Bailon of Legazpi thanked the Pope and expressed that the Pontiff's message gave hope to many victims.
That's it for those of stories from the church and the society.
Join us in our next episode for more of The
Religious Reports.
This is it. Now is the time for us to tell everyone about the Christmas special episode of The Habits titled The Habits Pasko ng Pag-asa. Father Angel, excited ka na ba?
Hindi na masyado, parang mas excited ka sa akin, di ba?
Yes.
Pero alam mo, I can really feel the air and the spirit of Christmas. Sometimes I'm thinking, paano kaya ang Pasko natin ngayong panahon ng COVID?
Patuloy pa rin naman. Of course, it will be celebrated in a different way.
Siyempre, hindi rin natin pwedeng kalimutan na bago magpasko, may 3 bagyong dumaan.
Yeah, yun na nga eh.
Kaya nga, dapat nating bigyan ng pag-asa yung ating mga kahabit ngayong Pasko.
Yes.
Excited na ako para sa ating mga kahabits na malaman ng ating special project this Christmas season. Hindi ko na patatagalin pa, makinig ang may pandinig. Our program, The Habits, is inviting the habits themselves, our consecrated men and women in the Philippines, to bring gifts of hope and joy this Christmas. Kung paano? Here's how!
Step 1. Every consecrated men and women in the Philippines are asked to write on our program a very special Christmas wish for someone whom we want to give hope and joy this Christmas season. Take note, only our religious brothers and sisters are asked to write a Christmas wish on behalf of someone na gusto nilang bigyan ng special na regalo ngayong Pasko.
Sana all. Step 2. Please indicate your name as the letter sender, your congregation, the community address as header, then in the letter, Indicate the name of the person you like to give a Christmas gift. Include the person's inspiring and touching life story. Also include your Christmas wish for that person and how those gifts will change the person's life. Also indicate the address of the beneficiary if possible. Attach some photos of the person.
Oh, parang storytelling lang. Short storytelling. Anyway, step 3. Send it to us via email at amrsp.media@gmail.com. Use the subject, The Habits, Pasko ng Pag-asa. We will accept your Christmas letters until December 5, 2020, Saturday at 11 p.m. only.
Yan may cut off. Take note. Pag 11:01,
Hindi na yun. No.
Anyway, the chosen Christmas wishes will be fulfilled on the Christmas special episode premiere on December 25, 2020. Mga kahabits, it's another time, another opportunity to bring Christ to others and become Christ to others. Kaya what are you waiting for? Mga kahabits, be the hope and joy this Christmas. Bigyan natin sila ng Paskong punong-puno ng pag-asa.
Don't go away. Up next is Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Pastoralist Sisters in our new segment, Habits Spoken.
Only here with your all-new information and inspiration companion. This is The Habits.
Good day to everyone. I'm Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale. For short, you can call me Sister Vicky. I came to know the Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale when I was 18 years old. I stayed with them during my college days and I taught in their school in Imos, Cavite for some years. Having lived with the sisters,
We are one Assumption family staying connected. A blessed Christmas to you all.
You're still with us here in The Habits.
Ayan, katulad na banggit natin kanina, no? Napakaganda ng topic natin. Maraming ministry ang mga consecrated persons.
Yes.
At isa dito ay yung pangangalaga natin sa mga migrante na kung saan ay marami tayong mga kababayan, mga Pilipino nangingibang bansa para humanap ng kanilang kapararan para maibigay ang mga kagustuhan o kahilingan ng kanilang mga kapamilya. At isa doon ay yung mga tinatawag nating mga seaman or seafarers.
Actually, personally, this is really so close to my heart kasi I have 3 cousins na talagang seamen.
Akala ko dati kang seawoman.
So, di ba, the topic is me, myself, and migrants. Siyempre, si Sister Victoria, she's sharing her apostolate with the seamen. Talagang, ang hirap talaga kasi ng buhay talaga ng seamen, especially yung lungkot at saka yung klase ng trabaho nila na hindi biro talaga.
Yes, actually meron akong tiyuhin na kapitan and marami siyang mga anak na nagtatrabaho din sa dagat, no, sa karagatan. At nung nasa Sri Lanka ko, I met a lot of seamen, women, na biruin mo, minsan 6 months, walang babaan ng barko, no?
Yeah.
Hindi ko yata kaya yun.
Noon yata yun, ngayon hindi na yata.
Depende, pero hanggat may pagkakataon silang dumaong sa isang lugar.
Yes, I experienced it when I was in Indonesia kasi mga Filipino. So that parish priest, he called me up, Sister, we will celebrate the Eucharist sa barko mismo. Kasi nga marami daw mga Pinoy na mga seamen.
Kaya akala ng mga Pilipino, pag sinabi mong seaman, pagbalik ng Pilipinas, maraming pera, maraming inuwi, maraming pasalubong. Pero sa kabila ng kanilang mga daladala ay ang kwento ng kanilang malungkot na buhay.
Yeah.
Kaya isang magandang pagkakataon na itong episode na ito ay bigyan natin ng tsansa ang ating kapatid na madre para ikwento ang kanyang buhay kasama ng mga seafarers. And now, we have Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Sisters of Jesus, the Good Shepherd, commonly known as the Pastorales Sisters, who is also part of Apostolatus Maris, a Catholic association that supports ministry and conducts pastoral care for the people of the sea, to share with us her first-hand missionary experiences with the migrants as she have it spoken.
Good day to everyone. I'm Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale. For short, you can call me Sister Vicky. I came to know the Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale when I was 18 years old. I stayed with them during my college days and I taught in their school in Imus, Cavite for some years. Having lived with the sisters, I was attracted to their way of life and their apostolate in the parishes. The Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale is a member of the Pauline family, founded by Blessed James Alberione. The Pauline family is composed of 5 religious congregations: the Society of St. Paul, Daughters of St. Paul, Pious Disciples of the Divine Master, Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorale, Apostolinist Sisters, and 5 secular institutes. Although its congregation is autonomous, all of us acknowledge a single spiritual and apostolic undertaking, that is, to communicate Jesus Christ, way, truth, and life to the world. And for us, Pastorale, our founder used to tell us, always gaze at Jesus, Good Shepherd, and live as he lived, ever mindful of the helpless, the suffering humanity, the lost, the least, and ever seeking out the lost. As a professed sister for 31 years, I've been assigned to the different parishes in Tondo, Parañaque, Ilocos Norte, Cavite, Palawan, Davao, Saipan, with some involvements in the catechetical ministry, liturgical animation, youth ministry, BEC,
social services, and whatever are the programs of the parish or diocese. At present, I am assigned at the Apostolatus Maris for my third mandate. For our founder, he valued much the complementary role of a woman in the pastoral ministry. We therefore collaborate with the pastors of the church, the bishops, the priests. In the Apostolatus Maris, we work with the Scalabrinian Fathers, whose apostolate is for the migrants, land-based and sea-based. When I was first assigned at the Apostolatus Maris, I was really very grateful for the opportunity given to me to undergo the seafarers ministry training in the Netherlands. It was then that I came to know, understand, and love this ministry. The Apostolatus Maris is now worldwide known as Stella Maris, taking its name from its patron, Mary, Star of the Sea. Stella Maris is a service of the Catholic Church, which is locally and internationally, and cares for the people of the sea, seafarers, fishers, and their families, maritime students, faculty members, and staff, all those who are involved in the maritime industry, and all those who work in ports. Stella Maris gives pastoral care to seafarers, regardless of their nationality or religion. Here in the Philippines, we give PDOS or Pre-Departure Orientation Seminar to the departing seafarers. We do lobbying and advocacy, and if there are cases, we refer them to legal experts. We have linkages and networking with the different government organizations such as Marina, PCG, PPA, OWA, POAA, and some non-government organizations. We visit seafarers on board ship. In one of our ship visitations at the anchorage of Manila Bay, I remember an experience of going up the ship using a pilot ladder with 60 steps. It was really very high, and it was even swinging. It was really very difficult on my part, especially I have some fears of heights. But with God's grace, I was able to make it. When we reached there on top of the ship, and upon listening to the huge problems of the seafarers, I forgot all about the difficulties. Later on, when confronted with similar situations, they were no longer a big deal for me, having experienced the hardest one. We visit 6 seafarers and family members at home and in the hospital. Generally, 6 seafarers or any member of the family feel blessed and grateful when they are visited. They take it as an opportunity for them to share their problems. They need someone to listen to them, someone whom they believe understands their situation. We likewise minister to the families of seafarers. At present, it's really heartbreaking journeying with the families of missing seafarers. The ship sank at Japan waters last September 2, and until now, the families are still in anguish, waiting for their loved ones to return or to be found. In a situation like this, what is needed is the compassionate heart of a shepherd. Stella Maris spearheads in the celebration of National Seafarers Day. As part of the celebration, we have National Oratorical Contest, National On-the-Spot Art Contest, Grand Parade participated by the different maritime colleges, and we have ecumenical memorial rite at sea to remember and to pray for our deceased seafarers, especially those who perished at sea. Being with people belonging to other denominations helps me deepen my faith and it widens my horizon. For the graduating maritime students who are our future seafarers, to contribute to their educational process with the purpose of making them aware of the challenges of seafaring life, we go to the different maritime colleges all over the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and we give them values enrichment seminar to take care of the spiritual life of the seafarers. Masses on board are celebrated. There are also masses in the Seafarers Centers, Seafarers dormitories, and in addition to this, we have Bible sharing, Lectio Divina, and praying the Rosary together. Since seafarers are staying long at sea, we prepare some of them to become Christian leaders on board or prayer leaders on board, and they are commissioned. In this time of pandemic, online Mass is scheduled every Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the evening, intended for seafarers, fishers, and their families. Since we cannot visit the seafarers at this time, we continue to keep in touch with them and their families through social media. And we're happy to have distributed to the seafarers 891 gift certificates amounting to 1,000 to 4,000 pesos each to buy food and medicines, reaching out 3,000 beneficiaries. This was made possible in partnership with Caritas Manila, ARCAM, that is the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila, Scalabrini, Stella Maris UK, ISWAN, and an anonymous donor. During the lockdown, Stella Maris centers provided full free accommodation to 120 seafarers for 3 months. And outside, we have also assisted 1,162 seafarers in 36 seafarers dormitories in Manila. And this was also in cooperation with Caritas Manila. In our seminars with the maritime students, I usually end my part saying, in the seafarers' world, there are no strangers, only people we have not yet met. But now, allow me to say, in the religious world, seafarers, fishers, and their families, whether materially blessed or not, with their vulnerability, are our brothers and sisters who are in need of our motherly and sisterly care. They need our pastoral care and our support. Thank you.
Okay po. So,
I am Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Sisters of Jesus Good Shepherd Pastorele, and I have it spoken.
Thank you very much, Sister Victoria Sanchez of the Pastoralist Sisters, for for sharing us your inspiring work for our migrants. Kahabit, Father Angel, any thoughts?
Well, I'm really amazed na meron ding mga consecrated person na hindi lang tayo pang liturgical services, pang school, meron din tayo mga kapatid na talagang they dedicate themselves sa apostolate ng mga migrante.
Yung importante yung pastoral care talaga for the seafarers.
And
diba?
syempre, bilang isang babae o madre, hindi rin talaga biro-biro na karamihan mga kalalakihan to, pero may mga kababaihan din. Pero yung tapang, to take the risk na nandoon ka para makilakbay sa mga kapatid natin doon.
Yes, the pastoral care is not only the seafarers themselves, but also for their own families.
Ako, ang realization ko dun sa shinare ni sister, kapag religious tayo or consecrated, huwag nating isipin na limited lang yung kakayanan natin. At lagi nating iisipin na yung binigay na talento ng Diyos sa atin, kahit hindi natin naaral yan sa kumbento o sa seminaryo o sa formal education or training natin, God will always supply and provide.
Yeah, actually, I read one of the spiritual writers said, charity will lead us what to do, will teach us what to do.
And I am very thankful with our pastorally sisters, with their pastoral commitment na talagang hindi kasi madali yun na you're going to go out to from the convent and then syempre yung pakikisalamuha mo lalo na dito sa mga kapatid natin na may dala-dalang mga malulungkot na kwento.
Yes.
Kaya ako nga makinig lang ako ng kwento ng isang malungkot na tao, dalang-dala na ako. How much more yung marami nating mga kababayan na talagang nakikisalamuha o nakikipagsapalaran ng matagal para lang ma-provide yung pangangailangan ng
And
kanilang
actually,
pamilya.
they need ears to listen to their stories, di ba?
Yes. And with that, I think that is a wonderful, concrete contribution of the church and the consecrated persons to the world, especially sa mga kapatid natin sa karagatan.
Yes. Wow.
So ikaw, anong feeling mo? Pwede ka ba sa ganong ministry?
Well, if God will lead me there, why not? And I'm sure God will also provide for whatever I will need in that ministry. Siyempre.
Nakaka-excite. Siguro, sa cruise, 6 na buwan ka. Pero anyway, hindi naman lahat ng ministry sa karagatan ay nasa barko. Kundi yung iba, nandoon sa mga lugar kung saan sila namamalagi.
Yes.
Mga kahabits, I am sure that like the two of us, many of you were also inspired by what we have heard from Sister Vicky. So please let us know what you think, mga kahabits. For comments or suggestions, i-message nyo kami via Facebook at facebook.com/amrsp.org. And while you're there sa aming page, click the like and follow button.
At kahabits, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, AMRSP Media, where you can also catch our weekly broadcasts of the Holy Rosary and the Sunday Eucharist. Sama-sama tayo as we strive to reach 1,000 subscribers sa YouTube.
Wow! Mapapanood nyo na rin ang The Habit sa TV Maria Free Channel every Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. with replays every Thursday at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Kaya mga kahabits, let us stay connected.
Again, we wish to thank Sister Victoria Sanchez, SJBP, for being with us here in The Habit Spoken. Next week, join us again as we explore consecrated life, the church, the world, and the society. This has been your kahabit, Sister Happy Montecillo of the Daughters of St. Anne.
Thank you very much for joining us on our weekly religious routine. This is your kahabit, Father Angel Cortez of the Order of Friars Minor, signing off from your weekly inspiration and information companion. We have been
The Habits.